morning. This is call number 2021-11406 in the interest of Adeline, Emily, and Eliana Hernandez. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn and unmute yourselves, please. All right. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name's Deborah Garcia, and I am the children's mother.
All right, sir. Your name and your relationship to the children.
I'm William Hernandez, and they're my daughters.
Okay, and for the state?
Andrea Perard.
And we have a first amended suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. We're having a hearing. Is that correct, Ms. Perard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the parties are in agreement to the following terms. Well, the Office of the Attorney General is abandoning our request for any arrears judgment, as we're showing that the case is nearly caught up in regard to the arrearages. And so therefore we abandon and are non-suiting that request for judgment on arrears. In regards to the modification, the parties are in agreement that the mother will maintain private health insurance and dental through her employer at a rate of $190 per month for both, and that the father will reimburse at that rate of $190 per month beginning March 1st of 2022.
Is that the extent of the stipulations?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, so far, is that your agreement?
Yes.
And Ms. Garcia, so far, is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me what the issue is at this point, Ms. Perard.
Issue, Your Honor, is what the new child support amount will be. Ongoing support.
Modification, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, at this time, it would ask you take judicial notice of the order that we are requesting to modify, which was signed on or about July 11th of 2017.
All right, that's the child support review order.
That's correct, Your Honor. Confirmation of arrears and modification.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. And at this time, the state would call Ms. Garcia. Ma'am, in that prior order from 2017, your current child support was $555 per month for 3 children. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And also in that order, your medical support was $85. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And it has been more than 3 years since that prior order. So you are asking for a modification based on the change of 20% or $100. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, in regards to the your modification for an increase, you understand the child support has calculated some different numbers for guideline support. Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in regards to Mr. Hernandez's income, we were able to confirm that he is making $16.65 an hour, 40 hours a week. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
But in addition to that, he is also making overtime and receiving overtime hours. And you are asking for the court to order support based on his hourly rate and his overtime rate. Is that correct?
From what the gentleman that was talking to us was explaining is that he was trying to go by that, and Mr. Hernandez didn't agree with what he was going by.
So you're asking for his entire amount of income to be included when we set his support. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I pass this witness at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, do you have any questions of Ms. Garcia?
Nah. I have no.
All right. Ms. Perard?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Mr. Hernandez. Sir, where are you currently working?
Simbar Performances.
And how long have you worked for them?
I worked for them. I worked through a temp for a year and a half, and then 4 years hired on.
So you've been working for them since January 1 of 2022, correct?
Right.
And you worked for them all of 2021 as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in fact, in 2021, you averaged per month $5,005.17 gross per month. Is that correct?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
What was that total
and-
amount, please? Again?
$5,005.17, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Mr. Hernandez, you hourly, is that right?
Yeah, I get paid hourly.
And what's your hourly rate?
$16.65.
Okay, and you work and you receive 40 hours standard.
That's what because I work in the laboratory, and there's 3 of us. We all work 8 hours. So someone might take a vacation. Because here lately, a lot of people have been getting COVID. So I've been covering for them, including last year. That's why my hours are a lot higher than normally.
Okay, so you're $16.65 an hour. That comes out to be about an average gross of $2,886 a month. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So using that gross income, and you have one additional child that either resides with you or that you pay child support for. Is that right?
Yeah, he lives with me.
Okay. And so giving you credit for the health insurance and giving you credit for the child that resides with you, if we use just your straight hourly rate, your child support will be $623. Is that your understanding?
Right.
And that is what you're asking the court to award you as the child support obligation beginning March 1st of 2022. Is that right?
Are we talking about, Ms. Berard, a 27.38%?
It is 20, 25, 30. Yes, Your Honor, because it's 3 children at 30% credit for 1. Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
So start asking for it to be set just straight hourly. Is that right?
Yeah.
You have to answer yes or no, sir.
Yes. I'm sorry. I think I was breaking in and out. Sorry.
Okay. And that would be $623 per month. Correct?
Right.
Okay. Now, your average gross is $2,886 hourly, but you just testified that in 2021, your average monthly was a little bit over 5,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's based on overtime.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to, now you provided some paycheck stub that had a pay period end date of January 29th of 2022, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you didn't want to provide that to Ms. Garcia for her review. Is that right? So that's why we haven't entered it yet.
Right.
You understand that for us to enter a piece of evidence, the other party has to be able to review that document.
I mean, it's fine now. She, like, if y'all want to, y'all can let her. She already knows what was going on.
Okay.
So it's fine now.
Time the state would offer into evidence the pay record that I believe it is not marked, but this is a paycheck stub that I believe we have printed from the United Minerals and Properties.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We would offer that evidence. And I cannot publish, and I don't believe that has been sent to the mother, but.
Well, I don't know how we're going to offer it.
But the other gentleman already mentioned everything that was pretty much on there. So.
Do you have any objection to that being entered, sir, or testifying to?
No.
Okay. So according to your paycheck, just for your year to date for 2022, for all of the month of January, that averaged out $5,073.83. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that's for 1 month.
Yes.
So, and when we calculated, you also provided some other paycheck stubs, which indicated, let's see, 1 week, 8 hours of overtime, 1 week, 22 hours of overtime.
Because I usually average between 7 to 10 hours weekly. But if my boss asks me to stay and work extra, I can't tell him no. You know, it's it's like perks of the job. I can't tell him no.
So is
So
it
he-
fair to say, sir, that your 2021 average per month is $5,000 and currently your 2022 average for the month is also around $5,000?
Yes, give or take, yeah.
You get paid time and a half for overtime, sir, or double time, or how do you get paid?
I get paid time and a half for overtime.
Okay, all right.
So when we took your paycheck stubs and we averaged, we came out to be a gross of actually $4,891.77. And when we use that amount, your child support came out to be $1,055. Is that your understanding?
Yeah, that's what I was told, yes.
Okay. And you are not in agreement to your child support being set at $1,055. Is that right?
Yeah, I wouldn't make it, to be honest with you, paying that amount. Because, I mean, like I said, if you go back further into my history, my work history, you'll see that my hours are nowhere near what they are right now. Because I have an ADP app. I could probably find a couple more from 2020 or 2019. Because I don't work a lot of hours. It's just when he asked me.
An entire year, you made $5,000 a month. And right now you're making $5,000 a month, correct? And there's
It's like that. Huh?
I'm sorry. And there's no way to know that you won't make $5,000 because consistently you have. Is that right?
Yeah, because it's just due to COVID and, you know, a lot of stuff, a lot of people's taking off. Because whenever somebody gets sick, because there's 3 of us that work in the lab, we all work 8 hours each.
Okay.
That covers our 24 hours.
And we're still in the middle of COVID, right?
Right. Especially where I'm at, because they don't enforce it that bad. You know, nobody wears masks or anything. So they come and they get it, they take it off, and then I got to cover for them.
Okay.
You know,
I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Garcia, do you have any questions for Mr. Hernandez?
No, sir.
Okay, Ms. Farrar?
Nothing further. State rest, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Garcia, anything you want to say? Anything further you want to say?
The only thing that I want to mention that I do want to say is I've been doing this whole time. I don't bother him. I've never asked him for anything. And if I do ask him for something, he tells me no. We have 3 daughters. Our 12-year-old that just turned 12 last week, she has been playing select softball, tournament ball, travel ball since she was 4. He has never helped. He has never been to not one of her games. He doesn't even know that she played to represent the state of Texas in Round Rock years ago.
Ma'am, we're not talking about whether he's a good father or not. We're just talking about amount of child support. Okay?
Help. I'm working 2 jobs to take care of all of this, and he still gets to choose, you know, what he decides he thinks it's going to take care of 3 kids. That's where I was getting to.
All right. Mr. Hernandez, you have anything you want to say?
See, I also agreed to give the 813 and the 190 a month for medical, but she turned it down. She said she wanted more. I mean, I
didn't say I
I
wanted more.
really don't know what to say, but
I'm sorry, Mr. Hernandez. I didn't quite understand that. You agreed to
I agreed to the 813 a month.
813 a month.
Yeah, that's what me and the other gentleman were talking about when he was talking about the hours. He said first it was like 623 is what I already paid. Then it was like what 26% increase So like 813 or something that he had mentioned. So I told her I would pay that. And she shot it down. She wanted to see you to determine to see if she can get more money out of me or whatever
Wow.
the case was.
Okay. So the offer was $813 a month. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I agree. I agreed to that, and she turned me
Alright.
down.
And that was the offer, Ms. Garcia, and you didn't
It was
agree to
mentioned.
that.
It was mentioned, and he still would not agree to it. And that's when I said that I would like to go ahead and see you. It was never said that I wanted more. He had said he didn't know. So I mentioned I would like to see you.
Well, are you in agreement with $813 a month?
If it is what's fair, I'm fine with it.
Your Honor, if I may, that
Yes.
was not the understanding, is that we did calculate a third calculation based on 10 hours a week, because that is what Mr. Hernandez had said. He agreed that on average he made. That amount came out to be $861 for child support and $190 for medical, which is as a negotiation strategy to meet somewhere in the middle between the full income of what has been provided and what was a straight hourly. And that was the proposed, but that was
I mean,
a
even the
negotiation of what Mr.
even the
Hernandez.
853 is fine as well too. I mean, you
That
said
was
853.
a proposal to come to an agreement. Is that correct? $861, Ms. Perard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And
I agreed to that. Yeah, I guess I heard the 813 wrong. I'm sorry about that.
all right. All right. Since a lot of this is overtime, I'm assuming that he'll continue to do some overtime for a period of time. But I'm going to sort of modify the amount in order that the modification be granted and the father be ordered to pay child support in the amount of $900 a month beginning May 1st, 2022. And all of the stipulations are approved. If you can back out that figure, Ms. Perard, I would appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor, for the gross. Did you mean May or March 1st of 2022, Your Honor?
March 1st.
Okay.
Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if I can have a second of your time once the parties are put into a breakout room to do their work.
Sure.
Maria, if you can move them. Okay. Andrea.